The cameras are rolling, the audience is waiting, and suddenly, Jennifer Hudson makes an invitation that could send daytime television into a frenzy. She wants Sherri Shepherd to sit down with her, but this time, it may not be just another celebrity conversation. Behind the smiles, the laughter, and the bright studio lights is one explosive question. Could Sherri Shepherd actually be the woman stepping into Jennifer Hudson's seat? For months, fans have been watching every headline, every news, and every hint about the future of Jennifer's show. And now the idea of Jennifer personally bringing Sherri into the conversation has sparked even more curiosity. Is Jennifer simply giving Sherri the spotlight, or is she preparing viewers for a shocking change? Could this be the beginning of a major transition, a surprise collaboration, or something nobody saw coming? One invitation could change the entire conversation. And if Jennifer and Sherri finally address the confirmed news face-to-face, viewers may discover that the story is far more complicated than it first appears. The situation takes an even more dramatic turn when Jennifer Hudson returns after an unexpected period away from the spotlight. And suddenly, all eyes are on her next move. In this dramatized storyline, Jennifer is portrayed as being deeply shaken after hearing that Sherri Shepherd had stepped into her show, leaving her feeling as though everything she had built was slipping away. The pressure becomes overwhelming, and Jennifer's emotional reaction sends shockwaves through the audience. But now, after returning, Jennifer isn't staying silent. Instead, she makes a decision nobody expected. She personally invites Sherri Shepherd back onto her own show. And the big question immediately becomes, why would Jennifer invite the woman she believes took her place? According to this dramatic scenario, Jennifer isn't calling Sherri onto the stage to start another fight. She's calling her because she wants answers. She wants to understand what happened, what Sherri's intentions were, and whether the two women can find a way forward without destroying everything around them. The tension would be impossible to ignore as Jennifer sits across from Sherri, knowing that the woman in front of her has become the center of one of the biggest controversies surrounding the show's future. For Jennifer, this isn't simply about television anymore. It's about trust, pride, and the possibility of finding a compromise. Imagine the studio falling completely silent as Jennifer looks directly at Sherri and finally breaks the tension. We need to talk. No shouting. No dramatic confrontation. Just two women sitting face to face with an enormous amount of history and speculation between them. Sherri may have her explanation, but Jennifer has questions that fans have been waiting to hear. Was Sherri really trying to take Jennifer's place, or was she simply accepting an opportunity that came her way? And more importantly, can these two women reach an understanding about what happens next? This is where the story becomes far more emotional than a simple television rivalry. Jennifer has spent years building her identity and connecting with viewers, so the idea of someone else stepping into that space would naturally feel personal. But instead of allowing anger to control the situation, Jennifer chooses a different path. She opens the door for a conversation. She gives Sherri a chance to speak. And perhaps behind all the rumors and dramatic headlines, both women realize that there may be a way to move forward without one having to completely destroy the other's career. But the biggest question remains, will Sherri accept Jennifer's attempt at compromise? Will the conversation end with a handshake and a new beginning? Or will old tensions explode once the cameras start rolling? Because if Jennifer has truly returned determined to reclaim her place, then inviting Sherri onto the show could be the first step toward a much bigger showdown, or an unexpected partnership that nobody saw coming. The tension in the studio is still impossible to ignore, but this time Jennifer Hudson isn't looking at Sherri Shepherd with anger. She's looking at her as someone who might actually help bring an end to the chaos. After everything that has happened in this dramatic storyline, Jennifer realizes that another public argument won't solve anything. She doesn't want another headline, another rumor, or another battle playing out in front of millions of viewers. She wants closure. She wants the truth. And most importantly, she wants to find a compromise with Sherri that allows both women to walk away without feeling defeated. Jennifer finally opens up about how deeply the situation affected her. She explains that when she believed her show had been taken away, it wasn't just a television job that seemed to disappear. It felt like years of hard work and personal memories were suddenly being questioned. Sherri listens without interrupting, and for the first time, the atmosphere begins to change. The two women aren't competing anymore. They're actually hearing each other. Jennifer admits that she may have reacted emotionally, while Sherri acknowledges that she understands why Jennifer felt hurt and betrayed. It's a powerful moment because both women realize that the fight grew much bigger than either of them originally intended. Then Jennifer makes the move nobody expected. Instead of demanding that Sherri simply walk away, she proposes a compromise. She tells Sherri that there is no reason they can't create something together. Jennifer wants her show to remain part of her journey, but she also recognizes the talent Sherri brings to daytime television. Rather than turning the situation into a battle over who deserves the spotlight, Jennifer suggests that they share the opportunity in a way that benefits both of them. Sherri could become an important part of the show, while Jennifer continues to maintain her own identity and connection with the audience. Sherri's reaction is immediate. She looks surprised because she expected Jennifer to demand answers, perhaps even accuse her of taking something that wasn't hers. Instead, Jennifer is offering peace. Sherri then admits that she never wanted their disagreement to become personal. She explains that she respects Jennifer's career and understands why the situation created so much tension. The two women finally address the misunderstandings that had been building between them, and one by one, they begin clearing the air. Then comes the moment the audience has been waiting for. Jennifer reaches across the table and offers Sherri her hand. For a few seconds, nobody moves. Sherri looks at Jennifer. Jennifer looks back, and then Sherri takes her hand. The audience erupts. What started as a dramatic dispute has suddenly transformed into a moment of reconciliation. There are no winners or losers. There is simply an agreement to stop fighting and start working together. Jennifer makes it clear that she doesn't want their names connected only through controversy. She wants viewers to see that two strong women can disagree, talk honestly, and still find a way to respect one another. The compromise doesn't mean that everything is magically forgotten. Both women know that rebuilding trust takes time. But this conversation gives them something they didn't have before: understanding. Jennifer finally gets the opportunity to explain why she felt hurt, while Sherri gets the chance to explain her side without being attacked. And once both sides are heard, the argument suddenly doesn't seem as impossible to solve. By the end of the conversation, the mood inside the studio has completely changed. What began with tension ends with laughter. Jennifer and Sherri even joke about how dramatic the entire situation became. The audience laughs with them, and for the first time, the controversy starts to feel like something they can leave behind. But perhaps the biggest lesson from this dramatic storyline is that sometimes the strongest move isn't fighting harder, it's knowing when to compromise. Jennifer could have chosen confrontation, but instead she chose conversation. Sherri could have defended herself and walked away, but instead she chose to listen. And together they turn a bitter disagreement into an opportunity for something new. Now the question isn't whether Jennifer and Sherri will continue fighting. The question is what they could accomplish together, because if these two women can put their differences aside, share the spotlight, and turn their biggest conflict into their greatest collaboration, then this story may end up being far more surprising than anyone ever expected. And just like that, what began as a dramatic clash between Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Shepherd could end with something nobody expected: peace, understanding, and a fresh beginning. Jennifer returns determined to confront the situation, but instead of allowing anger to control the moment, she chooses to sit down with Sherri, hear her side, and find a compromise. Sherri, in turn, puts the tension aside and finally opens up about her own perspective. What looked like a battle for control slowly becomes a conversation about respect, opportunity, and moving forward. The biggest twist isn't who gets the spotlight. It's the possibility that both women can shine. Jennifer doesn't have to erase Sherri, and Sherri doesn't have to erase Jennifer. If they can put their differences behind them, their biggest disagreement could become the beginning of an unexpected partnership. And perhaps that's the real message behind this dramatic story. Sometimes the most powerful ending isn't seeing someone lose. It's watching two people find a way to win together. Now it's your turn to decide. Would you want Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Shepherd to work together? Or do you think they should go their separate ways? Who do you think would make the better host? And would you watch a show featuring both of them? Tell us your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed this dramatic story, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next celebrity story.